rainy day type stuff, so I figured I would do some pixel art. That's what I like to do. So let's start with something new. Find a nice landscape on the internet. If you think of a landscape or something I should pixel paint, let me know. There's a chat there so that people can communicate while I paint something. There's a lot of stuff. I like rivers usually. This is a good one. So sometimes when I am lacking inspiration, I will cheat a little bit. But cheating's okay sometimes. Let's match it exactly to this picture. Problem has not occurred. You just say that. I used to feel guilty for using reference images until I realized that's what everyone does. Lorianne, you're catching me just doing some stuff here. What is up? I was watching your stream actually just a moment ago, the last one. Oh my god, it was amazing. That Radiohead cover too gave me chills. Beautiful. Beautiful cuticles, pharmaceuticals. So let's match this green. And what's nice about pixels is you can mostly rely on them to be pretty straight. You can cut out a lot of curves and things. Let's get a box going. A rectangle, actually. Usually it's easier. Move this microphone down here. Nope, let me move it back up here. Usually it's easier to start with everything in the foreground. So we'll do that. Typically, I just grab the main. Oh no way! Lorianne in Jersey right now. That's amazing. It must be so nice to travel a little bit for a gig again. I miss that too. It was kind of like a little vacation, even if it was to Jersey or the city. It felt new and special. Usually I just grab the main color from the reference image, but then I typically do whatever I want after that. And you kind of have to, with pixels, you kind of have to embellish a little bit of what the image actually is. You're giving an impression of it. When you work at anything minimal, I guess really pixel art is a type of pointillism. Another example of pointillism is that painting a Sunday afternoon on the isle of something. It's in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's the one that Cam stares at for like a mad long time. But that's just done dot by dot by dot. That's much more complicated, especially because you have to blend. You know, it's not digital. You have to blend these physical materials into something. But when you're doing something minimal, you have the ability to take some creative liberties that way. So we'll get the basic idea of this tree. It helps to, for me, it helps to think of the tree as the skeleton for the leaves, or the nervous system, you know. So it gets really complicated to think of each branch as its own entity. It's too much. And with pixel art, you can get away with a lot because, you know, unless there's some sort of artistic purity thing you're going for, you don't need to showcase everything. If things are hidden in the background, for example. I do want these cherry blossoms to fall off and float in the wind eventually. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna treat them as individual blossoms. But you know, you want to get a good idea of where everything is. And later on, I'll add the highlights and the shadows at my discretion, and it'll change the color of the picture from the reference image, but it'll be its own thing. You know, that looks kind of crazy right now, but it'll turn to something good, don't worry. And far in the background here, you can see there are some mountains. Mountains and trees. It's got this dark blue. It's funny, really what you're seeing is it so far in the sky it's starting to so far in the distance it's starting to blend, which is actually kind of amazing. Lurkalicious, welcome back, man. Welcome back to me, I guess. Yeah, I can make it. I can make it like that tree from Harry Potter. In fact, let's just do that. You know, let's give him... There we go. Something of a magic tree. A magic tree that's seen horrible, horrible things. So what's funny about the mountains is that they are so far, they actually start to blend with the sky. And so typically when I'm doing skies and stuff in the background, I'm treating anything in the distance as a gradient of the sky, actually. So. And honestly, sometimes this is like a very obsessive compulsive task. Shut up. And it can be really exhausting to do, and sometimes it's fun. And sometimes it's tiring and my neck hurts, my fingers, my whole body, my neck, my back. But sometimes it's just really therapeutic. And so usually I'll go in and make sure it's pixel perfect, but a lot of times you can just sort of have fun and not worry about that, and you can fix that later. Okay, those mountains in the background, and we'll add some texture and stuff onto them and some depth later. But we want to make sure we capture these distant trees, man. You know, distant trees are important. Yeah, that tree is scarred for life. It got a look at Lurkalicious in the morning, saw the crust, saw the morning hair, smelled the morning breath, and it's a little scarred. guy, this poor guy. We want to breathe a little bit more life into him, so I've been working a lot on character design lately, and it's amazing what little things can turn a character into a personality without much effort, honestly. So, as you can see, I never finish one full idea nowadays because it just is too exhausting, like I said. You just kind of gotta go where you feel fun, where it feels challenging, and the energy is being preserved a little bit more. And it'll start to build, you know, but what's great about pixel art is it's like a microcosm of painting larger things, so it feels good. It feels good over time. I think I'm gonna work. I haven't worked on it in a bit, but once I get some steam, it'll look good. The pixels and stuff are there, the art is pretty much there, but I have no idea what the story is. But I would love to show it to you guys next. This was more just because I'm bored on a Sunday. I'm glad you guys are here. And I hope you dig the vibrations from my mouse clicking on these pixels all the way to you. Good morning, good afternoon. Hope you're treating yourselves right. So I'll come in here and I'll add different colors in, and little blocks of colors for pixels are really what adds texture and makes things look like they have depth or visual value. So right now it's just a block, and actually for like a 16-bit game, that's enough. This conveys mountains or conveys whatever, but the more texture you add, the more feel you can get. Let's leave this for a second. We'll call this one Poo Poo. And if you, yeah, once the last game I made, I didn't really put it on Steam. So this next one, I definitely want to go about it with the right process. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for enjoying. Hopefully this is a chill way to spend your time. But like I said, sometimes it's really exhausting to work on one idea, especially if you're not really caring about it. So let me look through some other ideas. This is Galactus. Galactus looking over the world. If you know Galactus, then, you know, sorry, he's not really to scale. Maybe he's too big or too small. If you don't know Galactus, he devours worlds. And actually the hardest part of this whole piece is this right here. Alrighty, stop doing that. This right here took forever. I actually just pulled up a frame by frame. I'm glad I can keep you company. Yeah, I'm here for you. And you're here for me, so thank you. This is frame by frame. This is about, well, it's right there, 12 frames. And each one is you know, a slice of a view of the world, and it took a while. The program is Ace Bright. It's spelled weird, so I'll put that in here. I believe it's free. It's open source, so you can go and get it. I think I paid like $15 for it a while ago. It might be donation based, or it might be just 15 now, I forget, but great program. Really lets you do a lot. I also recently installed Bit Editor, which lets you make more of like mosaics and kaleidoscopic stuff, like Mike Setti's mandalas, actually. Yeah, totally. Let me get a beat on. I haven't tested the latency out in a while, so if there's latency, let me know. Lorianne, I'm counting on you.
All I've been wanting to do is show you.
Tell us.
By this, all the other things I've been doing, that I really want to be your man, and I want to continue being your man, you know?
If you want to copy this dude's style, you need to open up yourself a new file. Like 256. What rhymes with that? Pick up sticks? I pick up shit all the time. I put it on the page, up on the canvas. I'm sitting in my campus, thinking about it, throwing tantrums, or write anthems, or making pixel art. I grab my brush, put it from the bush, try to get the rush in my head. The blood flows, and instead, I think about the time that I spent wishing I was dead or wishing I'm back alive. It's the resurrection of the vibe that I'm trying to get back onto. And I'm alive, so thank God that we survived. What color should I use? Like, what color should I use? What color should I use? Like, okay, let's look at some stuff. This is something I'm working on for somebody. You can see some love you too. You can see some flaws in it because I still gotta correct everything, but it's going. It's The Simpsons. You got all of them blinking on the couch, but the intro on the couch is so well known. It's so famous and ubiquitous that I want to do something really cool with it. What was your favorite Simpsons intro, if you have one, where they're on the couch? Let's see what else I got. I really like the one where it zooms out of the whole universe and it ends up continuing recursively to zoom out of Homer's head. Or I think it was the other way around. I can't remember.
That I really want to be a man, and I want to continue being a man, you know?
If you know Futurama, you know this guy. I love lo-fi, but sometimes it gets so sad. So let's find something a little less sad. Okay, that's pensive. It's a little bit more contemplative, not as sad. Let's go with that. If you have something you want to see me pixel paint, if you have any color suggestions, you have any shape suggestions, write it down. Send it to me. I'll do it right now. I don't care. I don't give a hoot. Here's one I'm working on. It's going to take a long time. If you know Rorschach, it's going to be forever before this one's finished, just because you'd think it would be a simple mirror of these things moving, so just doing one side, but it's not. It's complex. It's way too complex. It's about the context of the Rorschach. Paint sitting on your doorstep. Yeah, me, I grab my forceps and my paintbrush and I paint something on the page, on the paper. Yeah, with a saber, with a sword, or with a pen, or whatever flavor you want. I feel like my font is something so special, like Dawning the Day, the Dawn of the Dead, where I feel like really it's all in my head, whatever I say, things that I paid for, or I don't know, something like that. Is that nonsense? But it's paint from like The Watchmen. And the time on with The Watchmen. Like a clock face and the hands move, and I have skill and I have groove, but what should I paint with the pixel here? Let's see. This is Mojo Jojo. The cartoons are great because yeah, check the tab. Okay, alright. Having a fun day. Yeah, and it's Sunday. Tomorrow, that's Monday. Whatever happened to harambe, cook flambe on my grill, on my stove. I know I'm not alone. Like, all you guys like to paint. Yeah, it really is what it ain't, but can it be? I'm making bank off an NFT. That's a digital art, or the visceral part of the way I live and the things I give. Yeah, I'm watching cop porn while I'm eating popcorn, and I'm sucking right on my big toe. I'm sucking right on my big toe. I hope this isn't saved in the future when I run for Congress and it's me rapping about sucking on my big toe. Mojo Jojo. I think I'm gonna do a Powerpuff Girls one. Also, I was always freaked out by that guy, or that creature, him. He was kind of badass, but also very scary. Very, very scary. This is Toby. Oh my God. There's Tobias. Yeah, I did. I always wanted to use that rhyme. It's just too perfect. You know, you just switch the letters and it's just too perfect. um, let's move on from that. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But let's work on something. Lorianne, or my dear Lurkalicious. What do you guys want to see? Whatever image comes to mind. It could be anything. I don't care. I don't care if it needs to be censored. It could be sexual, violent, gross. Maybe not. Yeah, honestly, really building up your catalog of rhymes is honestly just a catalog of experience of like all the times you've thought of a rhyme and tried it out. Yeah, I have a BLM flag, a Blue Lives Matter flag right here. Yeah, right. I'm watching Godfall. Oh my god, that's some weird stand-up material in there. No, what? Nothing's mad basic. Honestly, the more basic, the better. Let's get a Lotus. I'm gonna make it interesting. Thanks for being here. This is how crazy the world is. You look up Lotus, you don't even get the flower anymore. You get the car. Not even like the 7th row is the flower. Okay, I like this one. Yeah, we'll use this one. Got some lily pads in there. I'm gonna do this actually on an even smaller canvas. It's kind of a test of it's kind of a test of pixel art ability to be able to work with a really small canvas size. Thank you, Sprite. Because really pixel art is just about understanding gestaltism. It's the same study of like comic books. If you ever read Scott McCloud's Understand Comics, people fill in the gaps, so you can make the image small, you can make it simple, you can do a lot less than we need to, and people will still get the idea. So like I mentioned, we can work from the foreground. We can start with this gorgeous Lorianne Lotus. So I'm not traditionally like a visual artist, so sometimes it's kind of new for me. And in the past I was trying to make things as perfect as could be. Using this tool, curved line for example, helps a lot. But then it does limit creativity, because you're so focused on getting things accurate. And just getting the basic shapes. Basically in your head you just split up what you think they are, and to me it seems like great artists just have more experience and they just have done that longer, so when they see a lot of shapes they have like a bank of information to go to. And it's like any skill, I guess. Ew, that's gross. And yeah, we'll get these outer petals done. And with pixel art, it's a lot of forgiveness too. It's just remembering that not every shape. Yeah, that's what I thought, LAC. The internet's rude. Yeah, sometimes you'll be like, oh, that doesn't look anything like it. But then you zoom out and it's okay. And, you know, it's kind of a good reminder to stop worrying so much about the individual process. And I'm already kind of messing up a lot, but since I just talked about making mistakes being okay, it's alright. Also, like, another thing is that I start a lot of projects, and sometimes, you know, you discover that they're not really worth it. They're like, it's a cool idea, but as you're working on it, you're like, I don't really want to spend my time here. Get these outer pedals done. This one's a bit lighter, but you can always shift that. So I'm not concerned with matching everything perfectly because it's going to change. How's your rainy day going, y'all? Hope you're having a good time. It's actually a great time to just chill and relax and like let go of the entire week. Nice. Oh my god. That's kind of flashing me into something again too. I vaguely remember some art like that. I'm not sure though. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I guess, you know, if your end goal isn't that concrete, it's not that big of a deal. I feel like I know a lot of people with a lot of time and skills, different types of skills, like Liam Neeson. And you know, otherwise it just gets too boring if everything is so driven on success. Or maybe it's about defining the success, who knows. But as you can see, this is a time-consuming process, which means I'm not going to use the lines anymore. I'm just going to build them out myself. Too sad. Too sad. Still kind of sad, but you know what? I dig it. Oh, is this a Drake song? Yeah, it is. Done in lo-fi. Interesting. If you're wondering, will this translate, Kev? Is this gonna even look like that? Hell yeah, it'll translate. I've been doing this for almost one day. And sometimes it helps to just fill these things in, man. Oop, not that thing. Just fill these bad boys in. Before you know it, you got something. You're getting there. You know what I'm saying? You're getting there. Call this the LAC Ludus. I'll hang on to that. Yeah. It was great seeing you. Right? Enjoy your Sunday, of course. And we'll keep working on this. I might hop out in a little bit. Just want to refresh the stream so I can get back in the swing of things. You feel? But let's keep going for now. And we'll consider these just the next level of pedals. and we're avoiding outlines because this is not about photorealism right now. I'm not trying to match the image.
Remember, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent.
Or is it? Like here, you know, I'm trying to match the image as well as I can. And yeah, no, I love those. A lot of the lo-fi, I love that they base it off jazz. So for this Totoro one, you know, there's a lot going on, so it's more about matching the beat. Matching the original image, getting the colors right. Not much personality, except I was able to imbue some personality with the rain. Blinking always makes things look like I did more work than I actually did. But that anime drizzle, the anime rain collision with the umbrella helps a lot too. But the rain itself is really easy, you know, it's as long as you scatter it enough. And this actually isn't even my best rain. So here we're just more going off an impression. And we'll get deeper and deeper into a darker lotus color. It looks like I'm going darker actually than what the lotus is itself, but I'm not. So stop accusing me. And just because obviously the reference layer is at a different opacity. So, gotcha. Okay, and we'll just get a little deeper into that red. I think until about here. Pixel art is really easy, honestly. It's really fun. You can get into it pretty quickly if you're just looking to create something and be engaged in visual art without having to learn how to draw. Really, it's a great way to do it. Doing so has definitely made me a better artist overall and helped me get over some doubts as a visual artist, so definitely a great way to start. Oh no, we forgot about you, my son. And there's this little lotus. And it looks kind of like a monster, so I want to go with that. We'll give it some sort of disgusting or horrifying features. If you have any ideas on what you should get, Sarlacc pit lotus that it is, let me know. Does he need eyes? Does he need tentacles? Actually, let's go with it. Let's lean right in. So here I'll just delete the reference layer because it's of no value to me anymore. And let's go with a really weird stem. Let's get this angle right. You know what? Let's change that around. Kind of looks like a postcard now. Yeah. Yeah. Just drawing the lotus. Looks like I'm making a t-shirt. But let's let's texturalize this mother trucker. Let's say light's coming from over here. I just dropped this bad boy down usually a bit. Maybe around here. Yeah, that. I think this whole thing should be probably a little darker. You can already see how small changes make it look pretty differente. That's not right. Sprite is pretty good with handling things like this. Let me undo that. I think it's too brown. Never hear me say that again. I think that if a photorealist painter, artist were to see my work, he would be horrified. No, he would ask about the shadows, but I would say, get out of my room. But you actually can see, as you even add any shadows, it gives it some depth, and brings it to life a little bit more. And that's what it's about. How can you breathe life into something 2D? Just enough so that it feels realer than it would. And almost always, shadows are the way. Now once you start animating though, everything changes. It's such a different game. Thinking about how motion impacts light, it's so weird. So all those animators in the past, geez, man, how much work must have gone into that. Damn you. Typically, actually, I think you're not even supposed to set one value for each level of shadow, because the light hits in different ways if you want to really capture that refractory shin. If you want to catch the refraction, I think you need to balance out the light a bit differently, but whatever. just add some textural pieces here. To give it some texture. And are there shadows where there maybe shouldn't be? Yeah. But that's just the way we roll. And so the lotus has a lot more texture. It looks a lot more like a creature now. Yeah, definitely fractalizing this. Put it in a good spot. And that's the lotus. Something about the red background is actually kind of interesting. I think an interesting streak here could be cool. Okay. Oh no, that's what I did want. You poop. Alright, whatever, I'll start with that. Okay, now we're giving it some animation. If we were to continue to do this, I don't know, just give it some speed. I don't know why we're giving the lotus creature speed. But let's do that. Let's continue to do that. Let's get rid of this lotus for a minute. No, you know what? Let's leave him here. To really get the best gradient, actually I think I would match the yellow closer to that red, but who cares? Oh, poop. No.